Hello, everyone, and welcome to this very odd video that I'm making for some reason. Well, there's a reason. It has now, I'm recording this a little in advance because of the time, but it has now been 5 years since I started this channel. 5 whole years. And in these past 5 years, I've improved a lot. I've really enjoyed doing YouTube, and I really have to thank everyone for watching my videos. But on the other hand, though, um, my earlier videos were not very good at all. You're gonna see this. We're gonna be reacting to my first ever video because why not? But my earlier videos, like all YouTubers always cringe at their first videos that they made, but I think mine was especially bad. I stole other people's footage for the first few videos, or didn't even have a capture card. I just used a regular camera and put it in front of my TV. And for the mic, I just used the mic built into my computer. So right here we have my first ever video. Let's watch it. I was about 16 when I made this, and it's only 480p. I made this in Windows Movie Maker 2. And when I made this video, I did not understand much about making videos, and the most apparent thing you're gonna see early on in this is my voice. Just listen to it.
Hello and welcome and happy Halloween. Now, if there's one video game company that's known for its family of games, it's definitely Nintendo.
That's definitely
but
a bit.
Nintendo seems to be family friendly.
Like a chain smoker voice.
I can still do it a little bit, but I stopped using it because it's stupid. It really hurts my voice.
Like I can still kind of do it, but I don't do it because, I kept getting these comments all the time about, hey, listen, why do you have such a weird voice? Or you sound like weird characters, or like Stevio. The main reason why I did it was just because I thought it sounded cool. And at the time, it took me a long time for my voice to change to I don't think my voice got to what it is now until I was like 17, 18. When I was 16, I had a very high-pitched voice for my age. And the other reason was just because when I was younger, even now, I had a problem with pronouncing stuff. So when I had this stupid voice, it was a lot easier to pronounce stuff, especially with R's. I still struggle a little bit, but back then I struggled a lot, so
when I used a voice, I could use words with R's in them a lot easier.
So that's ultimately why I used that voice, and ever since my early days, I've been slowly kind of moving over to my normal voice, which is what I've been using for the past year or so. Honestly, it's kind of weird just how slow and how good of a transition I did away from this. Like, in each video, it kept getting less and less of a character voice. And that wasn't even intentional on my part. I don't know how I did it. But anyway, let's watch the video. And these low resolution images are very something in 2018. And yes, I was using Windows Movie Maker. I made all my early videos on a 2001 Windows XP laptop. That was my dad's, on Windows Movie Maker. For a microphone, I used a microphone built into the computer. Stole other people's footage and images for the video, so the only good thing about this video, I think, is the writing is alright, and then my delivery is terrible, so.
No sophist, if you go deep, you'll
man.
some truly unnerving and
I'm gonna turn it up a little bit.
And locations in their games. One thing that helps lend these places to be so creepy is the element of surprise.
Yeah, I used to go House Rock there.
And creepy game, you would expect these places
Wise,
to be creepy,
yeah.
but not.
I don't even know what to say for this early part.
Kids. It makes it feel out of place and makes it stand out in your mind.
Maybe tonight wasn't the best night to record this. And yes, that was the thumbnail for a while, but I changed it to something else for some reason. I forgot what.
Super Mario 64.
Now this, the editing here is just so bad.
Nintendo 64 Classic Super Mario 64. Like most games on this list, Super Mario 64 is a pretty lighthearted game. But don't let that fool you.
Actually, if I remember right, I stole this footage from Pack Attack or something. So if you're watching this video, I'm sorry I stole your footage. But from what I know, he's pretty chill about that. So please forgive me. And yeah.
The brightest games can have dark and terrifying secrets inside. Big Boo's hot.
Wait, did I just... I cut that myself off. I cut that part of the line for some reason. Yeah, this is definitely amateurish. And what I remember too is when I made this video, Windows Movie Maker crashed on me all the time when doing this. So I lost progress all the time. And there's a lot of clips that just didn't want to work for some reason too. So I would like screenshot random stuff just because for some reason that wouldn't crash Windows Movie Maker. And then when I exported it, it had the same problem. So this was honestly, despite being such a crappy video, one of the hardest videos I've ever made because of just how much Windows XP sucked.
It starts out like your typical run-of-the-mill haunted house. The first thing you'll know.
That is a very low resolution picture right there. And the aspect ratio is really bad too. I mean, like, the rest of it's supposed to be 4:3, but that's just, like, I couldn't stretch it out in Windows Maker. I don't even know where I got this picture.
It's a little unnerving, but nothing terrifying. You walk into the mansion, and then you see some doors. You also see that there's a second floor, but there's no stairs to go up there. So you go into the first door, and then you see that...
And this is another thing, yeah, this is what I was talking about right here with the screenshots. Wait, I don't think this is a screenshot. I have a hard time telling if this is just some screenshot I took, or if this was a JPEG I got offline. That was one thing for a long time until recently, is that I just would pull up random JPEGs instead of actually getting footage of something. But now I don't talk about something unless I have footage of it. But and my voice here too is it's like I'm a chain smoker. So yeah, it's kind of embarrassing. I don't even think I could go that high pitched anymore. And it did get on. It hurt my voice after.
There's a piano, another door, and a red coin. So
and a red coin.
Get the red coin on a piano. No.
I didn't even say piano. I said I didn't even say piano. I said pian. I don't even know if that was a mistake in my voiceover. I didn't want to redo it, or if it was me editing. That is terrible too, because it's not even synced up to what's going on. Like, I couldn't even record it while watching it on the computer or whatever, so it could sync up. And that's terrible too. I could just... Yeah. It's so out of sync.
This has terrified countless kids. Anyway, that's not the only creepy thing in the mansion. If you go downstairs to the basement, you'll see that there's a merry-go-round. And
now this is actually kind of... Like, the script isn't that bad, honestly. Oh, there's a plosive pop. And the music is a bit too loud for the voiceover. Ow, my ears. Ear rape.
Anyway, one final thought is it's never really explained what happened.
Man, the audio is so bad.
Did they once live here, and when they died and became
Very
ghosts?
good question, 16-year-old me.
But Mario games really aren't known for their epic storytelling, so it's
wow.
Not that mysterious.
I couldn't redo that line. Okay, that right there was just... Oops. Like, hold on. No, I didn't mean to mute. Unmute.
Live here, and when they died and became ghosts. But Mario games really aren't
like
known
my
for
tone
their
here.
epic storytelling, so...
What was my tone intention there? Like, it's such an odd line to have tone like that.
It's
It's been so long since I watched this video.
Right, let's just move on.
Like, yeah, I should have redone that. The thing is, I did redo a lot of lines way more back then, but apparently for this video, I think all my lines were my first go. So, and then apparently I have this right here for some reason that I didn't cut out. And then I made a cut there, so why didn't I just cut out the whole thing? Oh, and I got an ad too.
If you're a Dunkin' Rewards member.
Hold on.
Because members get
that right there. People, this has made a comeback for being kind of like a meme of Windows Movie Maker to make it look bad. I didn't even do like a Google Drawing or Microsoft Paint or anything. It's just straight up Windows Movie Maker font, blue background. Like this video right here looks like it's from 2008, not 2018. So, you know, that's a skill I wish I would have improved upon. Making videos that look like they're from 2008, but I don't even think I could do that now. So, most of my early videos look so much older than they really are.
Caves from
The pixels on that picture.
Pokemon. Now, in real life, caves are pretty spooky, so it's no surprise that
yes, they are pretty spooky.
Spooky too.
I hope this wasn't a copyrighted image.
Pokemon Red and Blue are spooky. So Lillian Cave and Mount
oh yeah, this is 2-in-1, isn't it?
About Mount Moon. Mount Moon is a
okay.
huge cave you go into to progress in the game. The cave is very dark and mysterious, and it being an 8-bit.
Why is the audio here so much better than before? It's like I'm further away or something. I don't know. Also, it's way too quiet for here. I'm gonna turn it up. You know, I don't know what the ratio of my voice to the video is right now, so I don't want to turn it up too much. But I'm not really talking over it, so it shouldn't matter. I'm gonna turn it up just a little.
Makes it feel even more unnerving. There are a few NPCs, so...
Okay, well, I should have turned it up then, because I just... Past me just popped my future self's ears with that. But also...
Completely empty.
I think the music fits the voice well for this.
Not really a whole lot of monsters there. Anyway, moving on to the next cave, Cerulean Cave.
I just spent like 5 seconds on that one entry.
Fight the final boss Mewtwo. You can't get there until you fight the Elite Four. And once you do, this fat guy...
I'm just, again, this is what I was talking about when I just used to use JPEGs instead of actual footage.
And it's kind of the music you...
This music is not terrifying. This music is awesome. I mean, it's a little creepy, but not terrifying.
And the cave actually has very powerful Pokemon.
What the? Did I just put Chauncey as an example of a powerful Pokemon? Was that me? I forgot if I was trying to joke or what I was trying to do with this video.
Anyway,
my 16-year-old me's humor was bad. I was trying so hard to be funny. Ah, that glorious resolution.
Monster, imagine that. That is terrifying.
It is kind of terrifying, I'll admit that.
Use your Master Ball like I like to do. All you have to do to get out of the cave is just use the escape route.
This line in particular sounds so much like I'm an old man. Like all of it is, but this line in particular.
Use your Master Ball like I like to do.
Like you got a Master Ball like I like to do.
I'm so glad I don't do that anymore. I keep getting comments on my older videos too about it, and it's just like, it really annoys me when I get a comment on a video I made like 4 years ago, like, yeah, your voice, because like, especially the Ness and Nintendo Fury video, then I have to like reply to them, oh, I don't talk like this anymore. Oh, I was insecure about my voice when I was 16 or 17. It just gets on my nerves, so please don't comment that on my older videos.
To get out of the cave is just use the escape route. Number 8.
That was just black screen right there too.
The Shadow Temple from Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. The Shadow Temple is the 4th temple in the game, and you get...
Well, no, it's not, because can you do them in different orders? I actually never tried that. But
after you beat the Waddle Temple, you go back to
maybe I was wrong.
See the whole village is on fire. you see a mysterious being come up from the well. Its name is Bongo Bongo. You fight it, but you lose. It attacks you and knocks you unconscious. And
I really like
she
the Shadow Temple. Definitely one of my favorite Zelda temples of all time. It's so creepy.
What you'll notice about the Shadow Temple, like most of the places on this list, is the music.
Oh yeah, the music is awesome. It's like you're going into the Underworld. I need to remake this video someday. Because the script honestly isn't that bad. It's like the least worst part of the video. I'm sorry for pausing so much, but I just don't want to talk over myself. But the script is like, I could rework it and still have it be an alright video. I was really trying with the script. I actually remember I wrote most of my old scripts for my videos in study hall. And they weren't very accurate because when I was writing them, I was going off of memory. I wrote them on a notebook too, so I was remembering like vague stuff about these games off of memory and not looking them up. So my older videos are also pretty inaccurate.
Now, the first time I played this was back.
Oh yeah, this is true story.
13 or 14, and it was at 3 a.m. in the morning because I couldn't sleep. And I was pretty terrified. I couldn't get back to sleep, so I kept playing the game. And I was very sleep deprived for that day. And
true story. First time I played this game, I did do that. It was like, what? I played it all night. It was the first night in my life I think I just couldn't sleep. So I played the Shadow Temple, or most of it, all night. And now what am I trying to say? Speaking of being tired, I'm tired right now, but when I played this, I couldn't get to sleep, so I decided to play some more Ocarina of Time before I could go to sleep, and then this scared me so much I couldn't sleep the whole night, and then I was sleep deprived the next morning. And it was like my 14th birthday too. Actually, no, I think it was literally the night in between me turning 13 and 14. So like, as my transition from being 13 to 14, I was playing the Shadow Temple. So that's why I said 13 or 14, because I literally played this when I was 13 and 14. It was, yeah, fun fact.
That was kind of a bad idea, but anyway, there are also things that I'm pretty surprised Nintendo was able to get away with it. Sickles,
I agree with that. How did Nintendo get away with that?
Most of all,
well, I also agree with pass me with this.
Scream, and then they freeze you, and their hands can grab you, and they slowly walk away in a motion that makes your skin crawl, and then they bite you.
I didn't line my footage up with that. Or not my footage. Whoever stole this footage from, hopefully they don't come after me.
The most mysterious part of the temple. I mean,
Bongo Bongo's okay, but he's kind of he doesn't really line up to some other creepy bosses. I think Dead Hand is creepier. Yeah, you can right there. That mispronunciation is what I sounded like with my R's. Royal family. That's basically, I couldn't pronounce ours when I was that age. And honestly, making YouTube videos, I think, is what's gotten me able to pronounce stuff better. Like, I still have trouble sometimes when I'm tired. I might make a W sound instead of an R sound, but yeah. So YouTube has been free speech therapy for me. And just as I said, free, I really struggle with the word free.
Terrible crime. This would explain all the torture equipment and dead bodies.
And again, I am too quiet relative to the music. I can barely.
How to use Photoshop
oh, and another ad.
More surreal. First, I'll grab the lasso.
I should have gotten ad blocker.
Number 7, creepy staple from Paper Mario.
You can tell that's a new recording.
Paper Mario 1000 was pretty
I ended a recording, started another one.
I mean,
That enthusiasm.
Look what happened to Peter.
And another another great resolution image right there. And yeah, I agree with pretty much everything I said in this video for the most part. Like, the things I'm talking about are creepy. Like, this scene in Thousand Year Door is honestly one of my favorite parts of in any Mario game. It is so dark, and I remember as a kid, or not a kid, because I got to play this game when I was 15, but whenever I would fight the Shadow Queen, I would just be so alert in case my mother came up the stairs and wanted to talk to me, and if she did, I heard her, I would just shut off my GameCube, because I knew that if she found out about this demon being in the Mario game, I would never get to play the game ever again.
At the end of the game,
This is about Creepy Steeple, isn't it?
Get an E for everyone rating game.
Another good question. My guess is because E10 and up didn't exist at the time, and they thought it was closer to E than T. Same with Majora's Mask.
Once you get there, you're instantly drowsed in fear. The music is freaky, and you have no clue
It's not that freaky, honestly, compared to some others.
Like Boos and Sweeples, you finally get to a stained glass picture of a mysterious figure. Who is this guy?
Dupless, the most awesome Paper Mario character of all time.
It being a church steeple makes this.
Oh yeah, that's another good fact.
Churches are supposed to be holy places, not some spooky haunted place, which makes it even creepier and adds to the atmosphere. Turns out,
that cut was bad, but that is honestly one of the creepiest parts of Creepy Steeple is, well, not every churches aren't things that have steeples, are they? But it's just when something is like a church and it's haunted, that's so much creepier than something else, because it's like demons or whatever taking over a holy place. Not that I believe in demons or anything.
The monster in Creepy Steeple was just Dupless, who honestly is a pretty cool guy.
This voice I'm using to voice the Silvervo is actually what I imagine Dupless would sound like.
I'm busy fixing up your pranks and stuff. It's not easy either. Now get lost.
That wasn't quite my old voice.
But even with Dupless, Creepy
if there's ever a Paper Mario Thousand Year Door movie, I want to do Dupless's voice.
Number 6, World of Nothing, Super Paper Mario.
Oh yeah, this is another great choice.
Super Paper Mario is a lot like Paper Mario
But
Thousand Year Door
again,
in the sense that
the
they're
resolution.
both extremely dull
I know I said it
games
100
for Mario
times.
standards. There are lots of points in the game that are pretty dark. One of them being the World of Nothing. In Chapter 6 of the game, Mario goes to Samus Kingdom. In Samus Kingdom, Mario must have the duel of 100. He must fight 100 Samus guys. Mario only manages to get through around a quarter of
That I should have There's another line I should have redone. Of course, as of right now, I'm not much better at speaking, as you can see right now. And my computer the fans decided to come on, so you're going to hear that because I'm right next to my computer with the mic. So sorry about that.
Then before a void comes and eats the entire kingdom, Mario manages to get back
Truly
to the flip
terrifying.
side, but the door to the kingdom
That is
still
pretty dark,
remains
though, how the
open.
whole world gets eaten.
Sucked up by the void. So Mario and his friends decide to go through into the door back to Samus Kingdom. And what they find is horrifying and chilling. What they find is a world of nothing. The background is white, the music is ominous, and there is nothing. There is some furniture, but everyone who
Man, the script I wrote for this part is excellent.
everyone who lived here
Better than I
doesn't
remember it
exist
being.
anymore.
And yeah, I
Like
agree with
right
everything
now,
I'm saying
if
here.
you woke up and you woke up in a literal world of
I think
nothing,
I actually ripped this part off, this line from a video I saw
Mario and friends
in like
continue on
a
as
top
they
10
walk
creepy
and
Nintendo
walk
music
and
video,
walk.
so I'm sorry to
So
that
they find
YouTuber.
Mr. L. They fight him and his robots and beat him and get the next pure hope, which has been turned into stone. Then they return at Flipside. Mr. L, on the other hand, is killed.
Spoiler alert. I should have put a spoiler alert up for this video.
Number 5.
And there's another, like, just black before going on there. I mean, I know Windows Movie Maker's not exactly the best interface, but I don't know how I kept making mistake over and over.
Carnival from Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.
Another great
man.
pick.
Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask
And
is one
another
of my
great
favorite games of
resolution
all
image.
time. But if there's one part that sticks out the most to me, it's a Carnival. There's so much
I don't know if I'd actually agree with... Wait. Okay, I thought I was going to say the valley. I thought this was going to be about the valley, not Stone Tower Temple. Because Stone Tower Temple, I think, is the creepiest part of the game. But the thing that makes it creepy is that it's not scary, it's just sad and otherworldly, that you don't really see that with other places, but it's like a tower to another world, like the Tower of Babel is... A lot of people think there's a loose connection, and it's just so odd. It's not creepy in a traditional way, or spooky in a traditional way, and that's what I think makes it so awesome. And it's not Ratana Valley. It's...
Once Link beats the king, he is taught the elegy of emptiness, which gives Link the ability to cast a shell of himself. Which
Ben drowned. I'm glad I did not mention Ben drowned there. Okay, I thought I made another mistake right there.
Unlike the rest of the places on this list, which have pretty creepy and spooky music, but the music here is sad and depressing. It makes you feel like your journey is hopeless.
I think I ripped that off from someone else too. And again, the music is too loud. Ow! My ears! Yeah, I'm gonna turn it, even though it hurt my ears, I'm gonna turn it up because to me, on my end, I think it might be too quiet. Let's see. Hold on.
Gate of the Past from Oldbound. Once Ness collects the 8 melodies.
Okay, yeah, it should be pretty even.
He returns to Silent Valley with Dr. Andrew.
And yes, another bunch of JPEGs again because I didn't want to. Too lazy to get that footage.
But the only problem is it can't.
Ow, my ears!
So, Dr. Andronaut takes out
the brains
and puts
pass
them in the robot. Yeah, that's the sensible thing to do. Not try to fix the machine and make it be able to take life forms. Jeez.
Man, I assume that line for some reason I had to redo. That's why it's so much louder, and I was like super up close because I wanted to get it done as fast as possible or something. But yeah, that's the thing about my older videos. I think one of the worst things is that you just have random ear rape because I'm so close to the mic.
Then they'll teleport to the final area of the game. Cave of the Past. Now the Cave of the Past, the music is...
Cave of the Past, it's Cave of the Past, man. But yes, again, another great choice for a list like this. The Cave of the Past is... It's not just creepy, it's also stands out in your mind. And it's creepy in a different way than a lot of these places, because Cave of the Past is like... This one doesn't delve into haunted, it just... delves into, again, otherworldly. It seems so alien. Well, it is alien, but I don't know what it is about the Cave of the Past. I can't think right now, but it's just, it stands out in your mind so much compared to other places. And it's very nostalgic too. Well, I mean, Earthbound for one, but compared to some other places, this is one of the earliest creepy areas in video games that I got to know after Big Boo's Haunt, so it holds a very special place in my heart. And you're all robots too, like I was saying earlier. But to be fair to Dr. Andonauts, he was kind of on a timetable to defeat Gygus, so he didn't really have many other options, because I doubt he would have been lazy or... So he had a reason. I don't think any sane person would want to switch a robot or put their son's soul into, or brain or whatever, into a robot just for kicks. So I'm sorry, Dr. Andonauts. Hope you forgive me. And never mind.
Creepy, and it's very mysterious. Once Ness and his friends make it through the cave,
I couldn't even get footage of this.
Bosses of all time, Gygas. Now,
I forgot to mute the audio on this part. I remember that about it. I don't know how I didn't notice that.
Still the boss of a big
Oh, and one other thing too, because Windows Movie Maker kept crashing, every single entry was its own video originally, and then I compiled them into one grand video. So yeah, that's why I think that actually explains some of the black screen parts. So this was very convoluted to make when when I was a junior in high school or whatever grade I was when I made this. Actually, I know I was a junior. I don't know why. Never mind.
Very creepy and disturbing. Now, there's a fanfare go around about this actually being about an abortion. It kind of
this part.
looks like a fetus.
It's a cool theory, and that is a cool design, but I don't think it was intentional. Like, there is some kind of some kind of representation or message a toy was trying to get across. It was probably just, you know what? It was either unintentional, or if it was intentional, it was like, you know, it'd be kind of creepy if we put this there. I doubt it had anything to do with the abortion debate, which I'm going to get into because,
but even
yeah.
If it's not, this is still one of the disturbing bosses Nintendo has ever made. Number 3.
I think it is probably the most disturbing. After, gosh, I can't even think of any more that might be more disturbing off the top of my head. Yeah. I mean, well, Mother 3 maybe, because that's a different kind of disturbing. That's more psychological disturbing. And then there's, yeah, but I'll talk about all this some other day with Earthbound. I've been kind of taking a break from it the past year or so, year and a half, for a reason I'll get into next year, but rest assured I will eventually get back to talking about Earthbound stuff if anyone was wondering.
Cemetery from Earthbound Beginnings.
There's another Earthbound.
You know how in most games the spooky levels are either the middle of the game or end of the game? Well, Earthbound Beginnings, its spooky level happens right at the start of the game.
That is one of, what was I gonna say? Man, I'm tired tonight. That is one of my, that is probably gonna be the thing. That line right there is probably gonna be rephrased and put into another video someday, because that is a good point about Earthbound Beginnings versus Earthbound. Is Earthbound Beginnings just has such a creepy beginning. It's kind of a creepy game, to be honest, but the beginning is like, you start off with zombies and the dead being brought back to life and everything coming to life. Compare that to Earthbound, where it starts off kind of creepy, but you don't really get into the super creepy stuff until a good couple hours into the game. Here it just starts off, and it starts off hard too. But I'm going to save the rest of my opinion on Earthbound Beginnings for another day. I do really love Earthbound Beginnings, though. So, I love this game, so I'm not critiquing it like that. But I understand why other people don't like it. It is a very hard game.
And sitting in a chair, minding his
and
own
another
business,
line I
and
should
all
have
of a sudden
redone.
the lamp comes to life. He fights it and defeats it. Then he goes throughout the house defeating other objects. Then he gets the basement key, goes in the basement.
Which is something that no one... I feel like a lot of people, when they play Earthbound Beginnings, they just give up pretty early on into the game. And they don't understand that, 1, you need to equip stuff. 2, you need to grind. And 3, you need to be careful. If you do those things, it's not as hard as people make it out to be. It is still a very hard game, though, but not impossibly hard if you're smart.
Help, but this is just an appetizer for what's to come.
That was a good line, 16-year-old me. I'm gonna reuse
the
that.
Entire frickin' cemetery back to life. I mean,
I was too
kind of a problem, you know.
scared to use the F word
even
there.
worse, a little girl had gone to the cemetery and got kidnapped by the zombies. So, unfortunately, as much as you don't want to, you gotta go over to the cemetery to progress.
Well, you
the
don't
game.
have to. You can
Anyway,
just quit the game.
As you get closer to the cemetery, you'll start to notice that trees start to get less and less leaves.
Oh, I love that
There's
detail
no leaves on them at
so
all.
much.
The music here is ear-rattling, and
Well,
there's a lot of
ear-rattling.
random encounters of
Eerie,
ghosts
but not
and
ear-rattling.
zombies. Then, when you get there,
Oh, and the Japanese version of the game, they had bullet holes in them, the gang zombies.
you even see what appears to be either a priest or a caretaker. That doesn't matter anyway, because
This line, this text box, I don't know where it came from because it's not in the actual game. This is a mod, I guess, but from what I remember, I know it's been a few years since I played Earthbound Beginnings, but this line doesn't show up. He doesn't want to teach the zombies about God. But that would be kind of funny, though. Like, I want to help the zombies become friendly by teaching them about God. Like, they're not gonna do that. And if that'd be kind of funny, though, if they did. But it's just this guy. If that is so wholesome, well, I mean, not the actual guy, but again, this guy, like I think I'm gonna say right here, he has one of the worst jobs in the world.
this guy has gotten screwed.
Yep.
I mean, imagine if you're walking in a cemetery, and then one day, all the bodies come back to life. I mean, you put that on #1 worst job of all time. I mean, jeez. But you just gotta wonder, why doesn't this guy just go with Nintendo out of the cemetery?
That
And
is
why
a good
doesn't he ask
question.
why or how he got here?
That's
But
another good
It
question.
doesn't matter because you ask your little girl
And
and
another
you get out of the
JPEG.
cemetery. But before you can take her back to your mother, the mail catches you, and he bribes you with money, and then he gives you
$100. Not so much today, but in 1989, that wasn't that bad of a bribe. Of course, to a 12-year-old, $100 even today is still quite a bit. Well, actually, even in this game, $100 is nothing, though, so... Well, I mean, early on, it's a little something, but you get more money just grinding. And you have to grind a lot, so... And then you get the zoo key.
the zoo key to go to the next area, on a condition that she will tell her mom that the bear was
Man,
the
I
one who
screwed
saved her.
all up
I
here
mean,
with the voiceover.
this guy is worse than Trump for sure.
Man, I forgot about that. This is the only time I think I ever got political in a video.
Or I mean, just number
And another not even dip to black, cut to black that I oversaw.
2. Lavender Town from Pokemon Red and Blue. Now,
I think Lavender Town, if I made a video like this today, Lavender Town would be much lower. Because it's creepy, but I don't know. I would place it #2. Because it's more of a creepypastas and stuff. The music isn't creepy in my opinion. I think it's awesome. But, I mean, it has references to death, but I just don't think those references are better than, you know, an Earthbound Beginnings cemetery. Like, Lavender Town never really creeped me out. I'd say this would be, I'd probably still put it at like 5 or something, but nah, I don't think I put it #2.
you all saw this coming. This is everyone's #1 choice for a creepiest place in Nintendo
I wouldn't even
game.
say it's anyone's
Well,
#1
I
choice
don't
anymore.
find it creepy. I'm only putting it on #2 just because of how much everyone talks about. Give you a brief summary of
Talks
Lavender
about
Town.
it.
It goes like this. You get to Lavender Town and you find out that a man named Mr. Fuji has gone missing. The
Did I
last place he
use
was
I
seen
used the
was in
picture
Pokemon
from
Tower. What's
Pokemon
Tower, you
Generations?
may ask? Well, it's a grave for dead Pokemon. I mean, rated E for everyone, kids.
You can tell right here that my voice is, I'm losing my voice from all this chain smoker voice I've been doing.
Anyway, Team Rocket had stormed Pokemon Tower, and now it's your job to save Mr. Fuji. So you go in the tower and see people who are trying to pay their respects to their dead Pokemon. You go up the stairs.
That
you
I
see
think is
Blue,
one of
and you
the
have a
darkest elements of Lavender Town, more so than what you actually see later on. Oh yeah, and the Blues Radicate
epic
Fairy
Pokemon
too.
battle with him, which you win. Then you start having random encounters with ghosts. But You don't have the stealth scope, so you can't catch them, so you can't progress any further in the tower. So you go throughout the game until you get the stealth scope. Then you go back to the Pokemon
And more
tower,
JPEGs.
and you can finally see and catch the ghosts. So you go through, and you see women who are possessed. Yeah, for everyone, kids.
Okay, I've
You get
said
past
that like
everything,
3
then you
times
get to
now.
the
It's
boss,
getting
Mayor
old.
Rack, who's Cubone's dead mobile, by the way. You defeat
Spoiler
Mayor Rack,
alert,
you get to
man.
Team Rocket. Then you defeat Team Rocket and you rescue Mr. Fuji.
Well, it's
Then you go
exclusive
to
to
Mr.
Yellow, I
Fuji's house,
believe.
and he gives you
Isn't
the
it?
Poke Flute, which you can use to progress in the game. Now, this might be the end of the story of Lavender Town, but not the end of the creepiness. But number one thing everyone talks about when talking about Lavender Town is the music. Here, have a listen.
Alright. Man, where did this track come from with the echo? This sounds awesome. Do, 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 do. And again, I think I'm going to say this, but I listened to this all the time when I was 12 or 13. I was creeped out by the Pokemon Tower theme more than the Lavender Town theme. And then there's the supposed beta version, which is fake. That is creepy, but it's like just random noise, and it's obviously fake because that cannot run on a Game Boy.
Now, what do I think of music? Personally, I think it's awesome. I mean, it's so creepy and annoying. I love it. But there is a rumor and creepypasta that this music has caused kids in their early teens to commit suicide.
I don't remember
But
if it
this is
was
total bull
what
crap,
age group
'cause
it was
I'm in my
supposedly supposed to
teens,
be.
and I never committed suicide listening to music a lot. But even if it was true, do you really think Nintendo could get away
Yeah,
with
that. Hold on.
kids dying because of a video game? I mean, just look what happened in the seizure episode. Do you really think Nintendo could have covered all this up? But
No,
anyway,
they couldn't have.
they'll be-
That's the thing about a lot of these creepypastas. It's like these game companies and television companies. It's not like they're the government. Like the government could probably cover something like this up, but a foreign company even could. Well, I guess it's supposed to take place in Japan, isn't it? And in the U.S. it doesn't. But a company could not cover something like this up. Like, again, if they could cover something like this up, they could cover that incident up in the Porygon episode. Like, there's no way that they could get away with something like this without getting away with that. Not only that, but it's not like frequencies like this can cause people to do stuff they wouldn't do otherwise, or else that would be used in a lot of military applications. So, use Occam's razor and slice away the stupid answers.
Then those Pokemon Tower music, which I think's equally creepy. Anyway, that out of the way.
Well, it's more
let's move on
creepy
to
in my
number
opinion.
one. Number one. River Twigs from Super Paper Mario, continuing the story
I
from
think-
number 6.
I don't know if I
Mario
put
goes
this
back
number
to the
1
flip side
now.
after he gets the pure heart,
Um,
which is contained in his
I
stone.
think
He goes back.
in terms of implications, it's creepier because it's the Underworld. But I think going through it, I really don't get scared of it very much compared to, well, I don't get scared of any of these places now because I'm an adult. But playing this as a kid, I wasn't really that scared of River Twigs. I was fascinated by it, but I think overall and how scared I was from these places, I was the least scared of it. But it's number one because of the implications and the River Twigs music, which pretty sure I'm gonna get into right.
Back to Merlin. Merlin says he has no idea how to fix the pure hull. But then
And
the
more
Vecchio comes in and
spoilers.
kills the three of them, and then he leaves. Then Mario wakes up in hell. Well, actually no, it's more like the Greek underworld, but you get what I'm saying. It's called
Closest
the
thing to
Underworld.
hell in Mario so
Wow.
far.
That's such a great name. I never
Oh,
wanted to
God.
say-
Yeah, that's one thing I'm not proud of younger me, is that I would have these weird moments where I'm act more perverted than I actually am just because I thought it was cooler. And my computer is really overheating. I'm going to move it a bit. Alright, there we go. Sound shouldn't be too loud now. There we go.
Anyway, back to what I was saying.
That's so cringe
The
right there.
Underworld is the place where everyone's sins outweigh their good deeds goes when they die. Anyway,
Word salad
Mario's
there.
all alone.
Of course, all
and
I
he
ever
has to
say is
wander
word
through
salad.
the underwear until he meets Queen Jades, who wants him to go find her daughter and someone who fell into the river Twigs. Now, to be honest, the Underworld's not that bad. I mean, no one's being tortured or anything. But
Yeah, it's closer
Twigs
to,
is where the really bad people go. The River Twigs is based off the River Styx from...
Yeah, it's River Styx, but it's also closer to... I should know this. I just watched Dragon Ball Z not too long ago, but... Underworld, the, Hell in... Is it called Hell in Dragon Ball? Does it have a special name? Wait, no, that's the dub version when it's called Home for Infinite Losers. That's just a dub. But it's kind of like that too.
Greek mythology, and it goes to show because when you fall down, you see Prans that try to grab you, but are really freaky.
Hands,
they
not
could be
Prans.
souls trying to grab Mario to try to get out of the riddle they have been punished.
And if you slow down and reverse the music right here, you can actually hear like a couple human lines like "Save us, please," stuff like that.
Freakiest part of it all is the
What's really creepy right now is I can actually... I think my headphones are picking up a radio station. Maybe it's just souls of the damned right now are trying to speak to me.
You see a door and you immediately go into the sewers and continue on until you rescue Luigi. The River Twigs is by far the creepiest place I've ever seen in a Nintendo game.
Kind of.
Any creepy places
I'd say
Nintendo
mostly,
games that I
but...
forgot to mention, put it in the comment section below.
Now let's go to the comments after
I hope
this.
you have a happy Halloween.
Oh, this killed my voice if I remember right.
I hate doing this voice.
I even admitted in my first video that the voice was fake. Yeah, I would not. Imagine if like I made my half-hour-long retrospective videos with this voice. This voice right here I did, I'm pretty sure, is one of the reasons why my channel did not grow the way it did, without in my titles and thumbnails. But, and I give everyone credit. At least I gave them credit. And please do not come after me, any of these people. Of course, I think most of them are no... Oh, Crow's Graveyard. Oh, that's bad. Like, most of them I don't even post anymore. But Crow's Graveyard, I think he actually goes after people who use his footage. So hopefully he doesn't come after me. Please don't come after me, man. I was like 16 when I made this. And I've never stolen your stuff after, I don't think. Even like, I think I made this comment only a year after I made the video. And yeah. I stand by that comment. Wow, that's weird. I can hear for my headphones some radio station right now. I don't know how that works, but is that your voice? I like it. BK Superstar. Newer videos. By newer videos, I mean slightly less chain smokery, but still pretty chain smokery. But anyway, that was a terrible video, and it was more recent. I'm gonna heart it too. But anyway, yeah, that was interesting. And yeah, if you want to see more reaction stuff like this, let me know. Of my older videos, I might do something like Tetra Terror or something, but of course Halloween's gonna be over by that time. But anyway, it was kind of fun to do, but I wish I would have had a script of stuff. And I spoke over myself a lot. Anyway, thank you all for watching this. At least I've been doing this 5 years now, 5-year anniversary, and I have over 1,400 subscribers too, so things are starting to look up. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Oh yeah, and this video right here, Ned joins a dark movement. Check it out. Also check out It's Okay I Guess Sonic Lost World retrospective, because they have only like 100 views, and this is my first ever animated video, so yeah, you definitely want to check that out. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Also, wait, hold on. Also, check out. Oh, I didn't heart this, so I'll hurt that too. Um, subscribe to Barney Jr. and PK Superstar 2562 while you're at it. Also, subscribe to these guys too. Wait. You know what? Don't subscribe. Fine, subscribe to them, but these two people support my channel a lot, so I'd appreciate it. And these two, I don't know who they are, but subscribe to them anyway. Anyway, yeah. Happy Halloween, everyone, and yeah, have a happy Halloween. I don't know what else I'm gonna say. Thank you all for watching. Okay, I'm stopping this now. Bye.